What's going on, guys? My name is Lubcubs and welcome back to another tutorial on the channel. Guys, have you ever been walking around in your Minecraft world and you just came across a cave and you want to go exploring, but it's really dark and you're scared? You don't have torches, you have nothing to light up the area. No, you can't just go to your settings, turn up brightness. No, that's not a solution. That is the cheater's way out. Well, I have a solution for you that's totally not cheating. Let's make a data pack that adds a flashlight to Minecraft. Well, the first thing we're going to need for our flashlight is, of course, a model. So let me just come in here to Blockbench real quick and whip up a nice little flashlight model. Alright, that is the model for the flashlight when it is in the off position. Now we need to make one for when the flashlight is turned on. And that is for when the flashlight is turned on. And to get it into Minecraft, I'm going to use the carrot on a stick. And I'm going to use the custom model data 80,001 for when the flashlight is off, and 80,002 when the flashlight is on. 80,001 and 80,002, no particular reason. I've just been using this as my standard, starting with 80,000 for pretty much every model for the last 2 or 3 years now. You could literally make this 1, 2, 3, 4 if you want to. I just find I am less likely to have my resource packs overlap with somebody else's if I start with a weird random number. And now back in Minecraft with the resource pack applied, if I give myself a carrot on a stick with the custom model data of 80,001, I get a flashlight without a texture. And 80,002 is the exact same, although this time I have a texture. Why is that? Well, the easiest solution for this is probably just to drag the flashlight off model back into Blockbench. And yes, it can't find the texture file. So if I go back into my resource pack, go to where I had the texture saved, and just drag it into Blockbench, change file. Now it should update that if I hit save, and now if I refresh my resource pack with F3 and T at the same time, that texture gets loaded in. Now I've got my 2 different models in Minecraft, but they're pretty useless by themselves, aren't they? Let's make a data pack. Now to make this data pack, I'm actually going to use MCB. I will leave a link down in the description below for you guys to download. It just allows you to make Minecraft data packs much easier. I will show you what I mean. I'm also going to use Visual Studio to kind of help me with the data pack creation as well. In our load function, we need to be able to detect right click. So let's do a scoreboard. And we're going to create an objective. I'm going to call this objective lub.rightClick. And what this is going to be is a Minecraft used, and we're going to use a carrot on a stick. So basically every time I right click carrot on a stick, my scoreboard lub.rightClick is going to tick up. So we can test that theory here. So I'm going to execute as any player with the score lub.rightClick of 1 or greater. If you had this at 2 or 3 or 4, it'd be 4 or greater. We're going to do 1 or greater. And if you wanted it to be between a certain value, 1 and 6, 1 and 4, 1 and 1, and that's what you do there. But we're just going to go with this. And the greatest thing about MCB is I can do something like this. Run. I'm going to put block here. And what I can do inside this block is basically it's going to create another function, and it's going to automatically have the data pack call this function whenever I right click. I don't have to create separate functions. I don't have to open up multiple different files. This MCB is going to do it for me. So for the purposes of this test, I'm just going to have it say right click, and I'm going to reset the lub.rightClick score. So now that I've saved this flashlight.mc file, I'll show you what it does in the data pack. It actually creates this data folder, and inside the data folder it creates your Minecraft tags folder, which is going to call our load and tick functions. But it's also created this flashlight data pack folder, and inside here it's got my functions, and then it's got my tick and my load. And you can see the tick here is now execute as lub.rightClick, which is this line right there. But it's going to run the function generated block 0. So if I go to here, generated block 0, it's got the actual function that I created down here. That's what makes MCB so much powerful. You can have your entire data pack in one window. It's incredibly awesome. Anyways, back in Minecraft, we're gonna do /reload, and when I right click on any one of these flashlights, you'll see it says right click. Our right click detection is working. Now let me just create the code real quick.
Oh no, anxiety creeps up on me. Is this how it's supposed to feel? Tell me when it's over. I got someplace that I gotta be. It won't leave. My friends say, get out of your comfort zone. It's a blessing in disguise.
So I haven't tested this code yet. I want to test it with you guys. That way if there are any troubleshooting, I can do troubleshooting live with you guys. That way you can kind of do the same sort of stuff. So I'm going to go over what I've done so far. I've basically made it so that you can toggle the flashlight on and off now. When you right click, it'll play a stone click button. And basically what I'm doing is adding the tag wait, so that way it doesn't execute both of these at the exact same moment, but on the exact same tick after all that code's been executed, I remove the tag wait, so it doesn't even really do anything. Now, when you're holding a flashlight that is on, or custom model data 80,002, position 1.5 blocks up and 0.5 blocks in front of you. This is using the relative coordinates. I'm going to run the function flashlight raycast, and this is basically just a simple raycast function. And what I'm doing is, if I'm within 100 blocks of the location, it's going to check the next half block in front of me. It's really kind of hard to wrap your head around if you are new to DataPack creations or Minecraft commands in general, and it's kind of hard for me to explain. But basically, this function is going to fill its current location. So right now it's executing 0.5 blocks in front of me. It's going to fill that current location with air, but it's going to replace only cave air because, surprisingly, cave air and regular air are two different blocks. So you need to be able to detect that. Now I'm going to execute at that location. Unless the block directly in front of me, 0.1 blocks away, I'm actually going to change that to 0.5, is air, then it will summon a marker. If it's not air, i.e. a wall, a floor, a ceiling, it will summon a marker. And then, if it is air, it's going to run this line. Basically what it's going to do is position half a block further. It's going to run this code over again. It's going to keep doing this over and over and over within 100 blocks until it either detects that there is no air or 100 blocks is over too far. Kind of hope that makes sense. Anyways, what we're doing now is with the marker that has the tag flashlight, we're going to execute on that marker. We're going to place light, we're going to kill it, and then we're going to replace the light with air. Actually, I'm going to make sure I replace air. I don't want to delete blocks. So I don't know if this is going to update fast enough. It might just place light and place air too quickly. So if that's the case, I'm going to try to add timers. But I just want to see what's going to happen if I just run this code as is. So we're back in Minecraft. I can get rid of this bad boy. We're going to hit reload. And nothing is happening. I can test to see if it's actually doing anything by making it run a happy villager particle. And you can see wherever I am looking, it's actually creating that particle. So it is working, it is spawning the markers, but clearly we're not updating fast enough. So what is an easy solution to this? Just because I'm curious, I'm going to try to create a timer. I'm going to call it lub.timer1, and every 5 ticks it's going to kill it off. I still think that's going to just cause a loop after 5 ticks, but let's see what happens. Yeah, so it works the first time, and if I move quickly out of the way, it's kind of cool to be honest. Alright, so I don't know if this is going to do anything, but I'm only going to make it summon the marker if there's no other marker within a 1 block radius. And then up here, it's only going to add to the timer if there's another marker that is more than 1 block away. Gotta make sure I have that say run. But in theory, that means that markers should always exist until I look away. Clearly I'm wrong. Oh no, I'm not holding the flashlight. Okay, we had potential there. Okay, it's weird. Oh, I know why. Because my raycast is detecting the light blocks as well. At least I'm pretty sure that's why. So if I add in here, unless air, unless light, if block air, run function raycast, if block light, run function raycast. In theory, that is exactly what it was. We have a flashlight. That's so cool. Now, this can be easily fixed. I don't need to have all these extra functions. I can just have this as a simple block tag. So how I add a block tag to my data pack is I go into my data pack folder. Next to where my functions folder is, I'm going to create a new folder and call this tags. Inside this folder, I'm going to create another new folder and call this blocks. Now inside this, I want to create a JSON file, which you can either just do by doing new text document, and we're actually going to change the ending, and let's call this flashlight through blocks. Sure, why not? And we're going to change the file ending to .json. Yes, file extension. There we go. Now if I open this up, I'm just going to paste in what I need for this JSON file. So I'm just going to replace false, and then my values is basically every block that I want this to actually affect. So in this case, air, cave air, and light. Now if I hit save, go back to Minecraft, hit reload. Now just to show you it working, if I do execute, if block here is a hashtag flashlight through block, then we're going to say hi. I gotta always remember to sit run. Here we go. So because I'm standing in this block, which is currently air, well, cave air, it's gonna do what I ask it to do. So I can just come into here, remove all of that. If block flashlight through block, again here, and I can get rid of this unless light. And I don't even need to have this fill command because we're testing for cave air and regular air. My data pack is now optimized. I now have a working flashlight in Minecraft. Oh, that's another thing I need to do. If I take the flashlight out of my hand or turn it off, it needs to get rid of it. So that can be simply done by... So I'm just going to copy this line up to here. Now I'm going to paste it down below, and this is going to detect when not holding an on flashlight. So execute as at all, MBT, and if I do the exclamation point, it means it does not equal what's in this MBT data. So if I am not holding the carrot on a stick with the custom model 8002, I keep saying 8002, 80,002, then I'm going to run execute as at entity type is equal to marker, tag is equal to flashlight at that location. We're going to run a block. And I'm basically just going to do this. I'm just going to copy these two lines right there. So now, because my flashlight is in the off pose, as soon as I hit reload, it's off. Turn it on, it clicks on. Turn it off, it clicks off. Move it from my hand, it clicks off. That is so good. Look at that. We have a working flashlight. Now there's just one other thing I want to do to make this data pack complete. We need a recipe. And I'm thinking coal, stone, and glass. So Mojang has still not made it so that you can actually make custom recipes with MBT data. They did all these updates in 1.19.4, but they didn't allow us to do custom recipes. The heck? So I'm just going to do a simple throw on the ground recipe versus creating an entire crafting system inside of a dropper or, you know, using a knowledge book or something like that. I've been making Minecraft maps, data packs, and now mods for 5 years now. Not that long, granted, but on a daily basis, I am still using mcstacker.net. There's nothing wrong with that. Just if you need assistance or whatever to have very quick and easy commands, go for it. All I'm going to do is execute if entity, change it to an item, have my item as glass, Now I have this very quick and easy way to just copy and paste that simple format. Come back down to my data pack, and to make this run a little bit more efficient, I'm actually going to create a second tick function. And when I actually reload the data pack or load the data pack the very first time, I'm going to schedule that function to actually run. Schedule function tick 10t, and this is basically going to run every 10 ticks. So every time this function runs, it's going to run itself again 10 ticks later. So I'm going to execute as the entity I just copied from MC Stacker, and we are going to create ourselves a quick and dirty recipe. So the very first item is going to be glass, and we're going to do if entity, and we're going to test for an item of stone, and we're actually going to have, let's do 3 stone, and it has to be within a distance of 0.5 blocks. I gotta actually put the equal sign in there. And we're going to check for one more entity, and we're going to check for one more entity, coal. And we only need one of those, also within a distance of 0.5. Then we're going to run another block. Then we're going to kill the glass entity. We're going to kill the stone entity that's within 0.5 blocks. And we'll kill the coal entity that's also within 0.5 blocks. We're going to play a particle, firework. We're also going to make it play a rocket blast, firework rocket blast, just, you know, added cool. And then I'm actually going to come back to MC Stacker just so I can get a quick and easy summon command for a carrot on a stick with the custom model data of 8001. We're going to make this guy unbreakable, and we're going to hide all of its flags, and we'll give it the custom name of flashlight. That's my summon command. I probably could have typed that up by hand. It's a heck of a lot easier using MC Stacker and a lot faster. I'm going to paste that summon command in here. I'm just going to grab that color code from earlier and stick it right there. Now when I'm back in Minecraft, I hit reload and I throw all of my items on the ground. Doesn't matter what order. Boom! It crafted up my flashlight. That is so cool. We now have a craftable working flashlight in Minecraft. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also leave a comment down below letting me know what other kind of items you want to see me add to Minecraft, because this actually was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun working through it. I did not come up with that code beforehand. I just thought, hey, what if I did a video of kind of work out how to make the code work? But yeah, most importantly guys, please do not forget to have a lovely day. Bye guys.